寂しくはない。どうってことないんだ。
Rin is a 17-year-old girl who lives every day of her life in a simulation. She controls the world she lives in by sketching on her tablet, allowing anything she draws to come to life around her. Each morning, she wakes up inside virtual reality and lives her life, peacefully but completely alone. This is the story which DJs Porter Robinson and Madeon have created, and collaborating with Japanese animation studio A1 Pictures, Rin's story was brought to life in 2016 with the 6-minute short film we know today. If you've only seen the film a couple of times, you might be a bit confused about what the true meaning it is trying to get across exactly is, and short of just guessing.
She's doing some Photoshop on her tablet, and it's turning into Minecraft.
In this video, I'm going to tell you what I see in this short film, and what effects it has had on my life, and with that, I hope it will maybe do the same to yours. It's a tale of loss and loneliness, and how to deal with moving forward in life after the cost of losing somebody extremely close to you. Please consider watching the film first if you haven't, and then come back and watch this. English subtitles are also available for this video. Rin awakens, and just like every other day of her existence in this world, she spends it in solitude. In an attempt to use her imagination and creativity as an out for her loneliness, she grabs her tablet and begins to sketch. She draws cascading waterfalls, mountaintop peaks, and vast open fields. Take note that everything she draws is helping her try to feel more human and more alive. These are beautiful things we are lucky enough to have in our real world, and all Rin wants to do is experience them. After she discovers a large tree with a small swing attached, she is hesitant to inspect it, but does so. As she approaches the swing, Rin immediately starts remembering a memory of a younger version of her. We see the younger Rin using a similar swing, this time in a playground, and a man overlooking her as she uses it. This current life is all she knows, and the details aren't all there for this random flashback, so Rin discards it and continues to sketch. She visits forests and cliff tops, and many other places which make her feel alive. But suddenly, while drawing just like any other day, she starts experiencing even more faint memories. She remembers a town and a house, and eventually a younger version of herself. All she can do is watch, as the little girl who she once was, runs home from school happier than she ever had been in this current virtual world. Younger Rin plays in the park and swings on the swing set we saw earlier, this time getting a much better look at the man, who we can now see as her father. The memories encapsulate and overwhelm her. They all immediately come flooding back to her at once, and she starts to remember and piece together this alternate version of herself. We are then shown a newsfeed on TV. The caption reads, "Current conditions in Tokyo," and we learn that a celestial meteor, like that of a gigantic comet, has started hurtling towards Earth. Beside the display, we can even see a baby photo of Rin as a newborn, accompanied by both her parents, including her mother, who has made no other appearance in this film since. After hearing the news, Rin's dad starts work on some sort of machine in an attempt to save his baby girl from the end of the world, trying to give her the so-called shelter which the song is all about. In the final few weeks of the universe, her father tries to make the most of the finite amount of time they both have left together, buying her gifts, and specifically this teddy bear, which she will eventually begin to start treasuring as if it were her best friend. Rin is far too young to understand what is going on. She doesn't know the end of the world is imminent as humanity knows it. Her father continues to track the celestial body hurtling towards Earth, and in the final day of life, his contraption is ready. We learn that he had spent his final month in this universe building a spaceship to send his baby into the sky and save Rin's life. Just before the meteor strikes, her father says goodbye, and both Rin and her favourite teddy bear are hooked up to the device and launched into space. The virtual version of Rin is now left, all alone, to deal with everything she just learned, and all the memories that just came flooding back to her. She now knows about her father, what he sacrificed to save her, and everything they did together while the Earth still existed. Humanity is gone, her father is gone, and now Rin understands all of it in less than a minute. Completely overwhelmed by sadness, she bursts into tears. Then, she receives a message on her tablet. "There was so little time left after you were born. I tried my best to give you all my love and raise you after your mother died, but your smile kept me going. I would like to have come with you, but I couldn't. I wanted you to forget everything and move on from this. I knew you'd be alright. But you'll get lonely, so remember, I know you'll grow strong and read this letter someday. I really wish we could have spent more time together. I'm sorry. You were so young back then, too young to understand what everything meant. So here are my final words to you. And Rin ends the film with her final monologue. The things she has now learned after reading the message, she realizes that her memories have to make her stronger. She has to keep trying. She is lonely, but Rin will always have these memories which she can hold dear. People fade, but the strongest memories never can. She exclaims she has got to go forward, believing in the future. A stunning line which should be the mantra for human existence. It's a beautiful moment as we witness Rin make the memories of her father a piece of herself. And in the middle of space, strapped up to her father's machine, sat by the teddy bear which now resembles the love her dad had for her, Rin sleeps. And this time no longer alone, because she now has these memories to move forward with. Shelter is a breathtaking metaphor for mortality, loss, and the art of loneliness. Rin's memories give her strength, and the fighting urge to keep going, since that's what her father always taught her to do. She will never be alone again, and a small piece of her father will always be in her heart.
Video for Shelter is the most concrete distillation of being completely immersed into fantasy and the weird ways that that's connecting with reality nowadays, with like virtual reality, and the fact that most of our experience of life now is in some way connected to technology. The world of Shelter, this virtual reality universe that she's stuck in, where she has this superpower to create environments and go around and play in them and explore them every day. I just think that it's a really, really beautiful notion and something that's very dear and relevant to my own sensibility as an artist.
Maybe after the film ends, Rin is rescued by another civilization. Maybe she discovers even more letters left for her and learns even more about her childhood. We will just never know, and that is what is so great about the ending of Shelter. It's absolutely beautiful, and Rin's story will always be in so many of our hearts when we go through our own losses. We have to keep moving forward in life. Time will heal everything eventually. Not fully, but enough to make life worth living again. The mark people leave on you is unchangeable, and that's what we have to focus on to keep going. Loss is what it means to be human, and being human is what it means to be alive. In just 6 minutes, we get more depth than some entire seasons of most shows. Porter's ideas and imagination for this project is absolutely mind-blowing, and I wish I could experience this film for the first time again. I remember the first time I watched it, I completely bawled my eyes out throughout the final half of the video, and for hours after it was done. I think stories about loss and connection are so beautiful, and no place does that exact thing better than Japan. Thank you, Shelter, for helping me to move forward in life. When I think about the people I have lost, my grandparents who have passed away, my friends who I no longer talk about, I can always think of Rin, and how she overcame the end of the universe with just a loving father and a teddy bear. Her dad even made a belt for the teddy bear. Great job, Porter, you melted my heart.